What the hell?
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahshai, Bahashem, Rokak Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers, especially in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And you may see right here this video where it's just a peaceful neighborhood. Right, it says this is just a random Sunday on our street. Got the kids outside playing with each other, painting, playing basketball, all the dads and family, whatever the case may be, probably barbecuing,
What the hell?
A beautiful neighborhood. Don't ignore that video that keeps playing at the end. But as you see, a peaceful so-called American weekend, right? And get into it. You see, everything look peaceful and calm and beautiful, right? And I want to go into the simple fact that I just got two scriptures I want to get into. When I seen this, I immediately thought of the scriptures that's in the Apocrypha and Esdras about how the friends are gonna fight against each other like enemies, and one people should stand up and fight against another, so on and so forth. Those scriptures, right? Because there's gonna be a point in time, right, where you get these people's best neighbors that you've been neighbors with them 10 years, and every weekend y'all come out and y'all do this, before the work week starts again, and so on and so forth. These people, having fun, having the kids out playing, right? Y'all spend time together. Y'all long time friends, and whatever the case may be. All this stuff, even so-called loving relationships like this, all that stuff is getting ready to come to an end, man. Right? With Babylon the Great, on its way out the door, everything that's a part of this culture, everything that's a part of this existence, right? The friendships and all that other stuff is going to go out the window, right? And then there's an example of that, which you see it in the movies. You see it in the movies, and you see it in all types of things, right? But the one movie in particular, and I want to go back and watch that movie again too. To Leave the World Behind, right? The Leave the World Behind movie. It was a scene. Spoiler. Oh, that's not really a spoiler, but near the end of the movie, that the main character, I don't know the actor, the so-called black man. I don't know his name, his actor name, but you know who I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. He went to because the people that he was with, his what was it? His was it son? His friend, or the people that he was with, his son got sick, and then it was him. Another actor from there is Doctor Strange from like the Marvel movies. So is that the so-called black man? It was the Doctor Strange guy, and then his son in the movie, right? His son in the movie, his son ended up getting sick, and so he knew a neighbor, or he knew a friend that he lived, I think it was like kind of down the street from. He knew he stocked up on. He had all types of medicines and stuff like that. And when he pulled up, now it was a long time friend. And when he pulled up to his house, right, the dude was sitting on his porch. The dude was sitting on his porch with a shotgun in his hand. And when he pulled up and got out the car, tried to talk to him, he told him to back up. He told him to stay off the property, or he's going to shoot him, right? And that's going to be same stuff that's going to be happening in the time to come, right? All these people that I've known Betty and her for 20 years and da-da-da-da. Yeah, you've known them for 20 years and you've been friends with them for that long because there's nothing going on in the world, right? Where they have to have their back against the wall or have a defense set up, right? So it's going to be a point in time. It's going to be a point in time where all this lovey-dovey stuff that you see going on, the neighbors and all the other stuff, they're going to fight. They're going to start fighting against another. one another. And this stuff is going to fulfill the prophecies that's written about this stuff, right? Because the reason why everybody's so cordial, like I was just saying, because nothing's going on right now. But when the world collapses, the economy collapses, when all this stuff collapses, and you can't just go to Walmart or Kroger or whatever your grocery stores are. You can't go to your grocery stores and buy your food for the upcoming 2 weeks or the week or whatever the case may be. You can't do that no more, right? All this stuff is scarce, right? All this stuff is scarce, right? So what you gonna have is what you gonna have, right? And if you run out, you're gonna have to go into somebody else's house, right, to try to get what you need, right, for you and your family, because everybody's gonna go for their family in them days, man. Right? You can see all these people, this beautiful, beautiful neighborhood, beautiful people. I'm gonna play without the sound, but all these people that's talking and having their dogs and having a Sunday, whatever the case may be, all that stuff is gonna turn cold, man. All that stuff is gonna turn cold, and that's gonna fulfill scriptures, man. You see, everybody's having a jolly old time with the golf carts and whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, everybody, when it comes to protecting your own and protecting your family, that's gonna be your main priority. You don't care if you've known fucking John across the street for 20 years, and you guys, every time it's trash day coming up, y'all wave or talk to each other for a little bit. I mean, I'm taking the trash out at the same time. Nobody's gonna care about that in that day, man. Nobody's gonna care about that, because you're gonna be worried about you and your own. Yeah, you know him for 20 years, but all that stuff's gonna be thrown out the window, man. You're not gonna care anymore. Doesn't matter how long you know John from across the street, or your next door neighbor Susan, or damn fucking Bob, or whatever the case. It doesn't matter, man. It does not matter, because food's gonna be scarce, water's gonna be scarce, protection and all the resources is gonna be scarce, and you're gonna be able to give two shits. Not gonna give two shits about your next door neighbor, because you got to worry about you and your family, right? And all that stuff is gonna happen, man. Let's get the scriptures on that, right? Let's get right here. Let's get with this one. 2nd Esdras 15. Here we're gonna start at 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." It says, "And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be a sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation," man. It says, "The course of their actions is going to stand in their power. There's going to be no more police officers, no more governments, no more lawlessness." So whatever these people going to want to do in that time, they're going to do it, because who's there to stop them? You can't call the police. "Police, somebody's breaking in my house. It's a group of people out here with guns." It's not going to matter, man. People going to do, it's going to be complete anarchy, chaos, lawlessness, death, rioting, looting. That's what's getting ready to take place in this place. Or that's getting ready to take place right in here, right, in Babylon the Great, and all over the world, right? But the main is going to be, the main stuff that's going to be happening is here, right? But it's going to be happening all over the world, right? So just because that's why that whole flee doctrine nonsense is stupid. It's stupid, because World War III is going to happen, right? And then, and what does it say? It says islands and mountains were moved out of their places. All type of stuff is going to be happening. So you think you can go to a different country? You think you can go to the damn island somewhere, and you think you're going to be safe from destruction and all that? No, man. Islands are going to be getting sunken underwater. Going to be sunk. It's going to be all types of tsunamis and all types of stuff, man. Mountains going to be toppling over. Islands going to be sinking. all types of mass waves splashing and all type of stuff, man. And the only thing that's gonna be able to that's capable of doing those things is the nuclear destruction. That's the only thing that's capable, right? That's how you know. That's how you know that World War III is on the rise. That's how you know that World War III is going to happen. Because how else is the island gonna move out of its place? How is that gonna happen? Right? And then let's get this one. This is 2nd Esdras 6 and just trying to see where I want to start. Let's get straight to the point. 24. It says, at that time shall friends, see, listen, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Do you see? And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that have I told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. Right? For evil should be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. Do you see? And there's going to be people. Quick side note, since I read it, there's going to be people, that's walking around right now of the elect that's not going to die, right? They're going to be translated from this life to the new life, as in they're going to escape all this destruction, right? The nuclear missiles, they're going to live through Jacob's trouble, just put everything in short. They're going to live through Jacob's trouble, right? And then when the Lord comes back with the chariots, you're gonna get beamed up. You're gonna be translated from this life to another. So you're not gonna be not you're gonna be a martyr, or you're gonna die and then get raised up again. That stuff's not gonna happen. There's gonna be some people that go from this life to the next, right? It's gonna be a beautiful thing, right? But the point that I want right here is going 24. We're gonna read it again. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And what will cause your friends that known each other, next door neighbors, every Sunday y'all had a barbecue, the whole neighborhood went out, and played basketball and barbecued and brought your pets, and kids went out to do all what will make people do that? Great tribulation, the lack of bread, the lack of food, the lack of water, the lack of security. That will make people do that. You gonna not regard your friend no more. And then there, I can imagine now, I can imagine in that time to come, certain neighborhoods and certain people will like band together, Some neighborhoods will like try to put roadblocks and try to, do their own little thing. I can see that, especially like in the hood with damn Jake, oh, we got to come together. I can see that happening, People coming together and try to, secure their neighborhood or whatever the case may be. But that's not going to be the case for every single body or every person in every situation in every neighborhood, right? Some people are not going to give a fuck. Oh, no, fuck this shit. I know John, and the thing is, these people going to know, everybody's going to know pretty much, not every single secret, but your neighbors, they gonna know the stuff that you doing, right? Your neighbor, oh yeah, bro, we got a shed back there, and that shed is just filled with water and canned goods just in case anything. People love to talk, about the stuff that you're doing and your plans and preparations and stuff that you got going on in the household. So you gonna be in your damn house, oh shit, wait, we don't got no more nothing. But I know John, he didn't show us. He got 20 packs of 12 packs of 20. Yes, 20 packs of 12 packs of water bottles in the back. He told me he has corn, some canned corn and canned beans back there. Oh yeah, John's gonna have to give me that. And you gonna go across the street, bust in his house, and that's what's gonna happen, man. Shootouts and sword fights and all type of shit is gonna happen, man. You see? Because that's what's gonna happen. Even though that was, that's cool that that all your neighbors is like that, but you can easily see how one thing can change all that, man. One thing. And we can, like I said, every single neighbor ain't gonna do that, but it's gonna be a lot of them that do, because people, when situations get rough, they're worried about them and their own. They're not worried about you no more. Even though, yeah, y'all been friends for 20 years, 15 years, y'all been neighbors for 8 years, whatever the case may be. Y'all done had sleepovers or double dates with you and with the wives or whatever the case may be. Your children done had sleepovers, all type of stuff. But all that shit's gonna go out the window. All that shit's gonna go out the window. We don't care about that no more. Now this is about survival. You see? So that's it. I just want to touch on that. When I seen that immediately when I seen that neighborhood and seen all the stuff that they was doing, it immediately popped in my head. I was like, yep. It says this scripture immediately popped up in my head when I was watching that. So that I'm gonna close out. Like I said, it wasn't meant to be super super long, but I just wanted to touch on that. So that I'm gonna